Alright, welcome back WSEM to spin video number 2 with me in Indian Lanes in beautiful Wyandotte is Chris Paquin.
On location, 7 blocks from Holy Grounds.
Very close to Holy Grounds, but it's too cold to actually be at Holy Grounds, so we came inside to a bowling alley, which is a lot like wiffle ball. Because there's
got holes in it.
Actually, story right here. Do you remember the first time we wore the Holy Bowling jerseys at Subway by King Friday's field?
Yes.
And the guy's like, what are you, a bowling team? And we're just like, no. And that was the end of that story. It's an old story. It's not a good story, but it's a fitting story for wiffle ballers in the bowling alley. So we started you off with that. All right, so what we're doing here today is Garcia slot number 3. But before we get to that, within hours of last week's spin, we had a couple big roster moves. Number 1, Flying Squirrel signed, I'm just going to call him the Greek Freak. Yeah, I can't pronounce his last name. It's the worst thing since Papatarlambus or Boonzus. Katsapoulios. Let's go with that. They signed him as on a rookie contract. They also then, 2 hours later, after Villarreal said there's a long time to talk about this before the draft, 4 hours later, Villarreal trades Pearson to the Squirrels for $19. It ends up costing the Squirrels $59 total of Pearson's $40 salary, and now Villarreal is up to $290 cap space. So, brand new look for Villarreal, and the Aces over in Ringler. But let's not talk about Ringler. We're here to talk about Garcia, where this guy was spun into last week. Right now, that's Stinky Nuts and Holy Balls. And there's a lot of money in Garcia. You guys have $90 more, give or take a couple bucks, than Ringler. So, is this finally going to be the year that Garcia is the superpower to make Carl happy?
I mean, potentially yes, because we have more money, obviously, but maybe not.
Are you saying there might be a problem with one of the captains in that division being able to field a good team?
At least 1, if not 2.
Wow. All right, so that's a good segue here to our first question on the sheet. Mark Phillips, captain of the Stinky Nuts, last week in the video, he kind of called you out a bit. He wanted the balls. He said so. He bet on the balls, won 12 beers, and then was really excited when he got you into the division. He also said some mean things about you. I don't know.
I think it's just typical for Mark.
So, what's your response to that? Are you liking this in-division rivalry with Mark, or?
It's not really much of a rivalry if I expect how his team's really going to turn out.
And that is?
It's going to be a shit show. The Bad News Bears meets wiffle ball.
Bad News Marks. I like it. All right, so let's go back to last year for a second. You realized the season wasn't going well. You traded away Pearson, Hewlett, Fisher, possibly more, I don't really remember, but you got all the money you have now, $265 in cap space. And somehow you had an above 500 record after that. You were, what is it, 6-2 after trading away the entire team, excluding the 2 forfeits by the Aces, still 4-2. Do you not understand tanking?
I mean, we do, but maybe it's just our best players. I knew when we traded them away, we knew when to trade them at the right time. Because obviously, they weren't a good fit for the Holy Balls in the sense where they just didn't produce. But they did produce with other teams like that.
All right, and just as a cap on that, they were 8-5-1 in the back half of the season, which easily would have been playoff record. So,
hindsight 2020, right?
Kind of a weird finish, and you're even in a better spot now since you do command the draft board. Let's just go into that one right now. Everyone's convinced you're going to use that money to go after the number 1 guy, Steven Werner. No, not Steven Werner, sorry, the other Steven Farkas. Everyone's convinced you're going to go in, you're going to max bid on him, or do whatever you have to. Your friends, he is the best player, best pitcher, best hitter in my book.
Best disc golf partner ever.
Best disc golf partner, I can't speak to that.
That's right.
He is the best guy getting sick after disc golf.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That's why we're in Indian Lanes. Beautiful Indian Lanes. So will everyone thinks you're doing this. Will you actually go all the way to max bid on Farkas, or would you do it all might you maneuver there and make somebody else overspend, and then you have some extra money in the bank?
Well,
tell us exactly what you're going to do.
I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. But, you know, no. I see how I can save a few bucks going after Kajama, but there's nobody like Fark either. He can hit and he can pitch, and he does it well above average of everybody else. So it's a decision I have to make, although I think Stephen Warner's on the top of my list right now. So I don't know. Between those three, you never know.
All right. So, to something Mark said, the Balls have not been to the playoffs since the first season they were in the league, 2013. Is this the year you make your triumphant return?
Yes, definitely.
That was a softball question. Question.
Well, I mean, it has to. We're not going to come in nice place in our division right now, and there's only 2 in there. So,
all right,
that gives us better odds than the regular division.
All right, so let's talk about these other guys. Which of the Flying Squirrels, no longer fighting chickens, the El Diablos, Black and Whites, Mermen / King Friday, who would you like to see join you today?
Well, the Islanders are always fun to play. I like Alex, John, they're a good group of guys. I wouldn't mind seeing them in there. And then King Friday, I wouldn't mind seeing them in there either, because they're going to be easy to beat up on this year. We know Castle can't command a ship whatsoever. Anytime he's in the managerial position, he seems to screw it up bad. So, my money's on these 2 guys right here.
All right, and Mark told me he wants El Diablos for probably obvious reasons. The Phillips bullpen. Who do you not want to see then? It's obviously got to be one of these 2, but which one would you not want?
Well, we've always played tough games against El Diablos. It's
true.
And most of the time, I seem to come out on the losing end. I wouldn't want to see them because they're a tough group of guys. Just CJ and Kyle alone will send you home with a loss. So that's a lot of respect to those guys. And but then again, I also wouldn't mind seeing this. I wouldn't mind if the Squirrels in our division, but I don't care whether they are or not.
So the Squirrels are just kind of there. All right, so no further ado. Give it a heck. Actually, should we bet? Got bet. There are 18 beers still on the board from the last one that no one got. So, are you going to go with one of your 2 that you think it's going to be? Or?
My money's on the Isles.
All right, you going Isles?
I'm going Isles.
I will go Flying Squirrels. And there's a 6-pack from both of us on those, along with the other 18. Give it a hack.
Okay, let's do this. Eight ball.
We don't know what the 8-ball does, so we're just going to spin again.
I think that adds in another 6-pack to the bet.
That would be like the bonus round. So let's not do that because there's already a lot of beer on the table. Let's just go ahead and want me to give it a hack. Like, you want to take it again?
Do it. Come on, Commish.
And it's King Friday. Nobody had King Friday. But King Friday is in Garcia, I think. Wolfpack was Garcia last year, so they're back where they belong. Again, that's now 30 beers in the pot for whoever's waiting on it. I think you had Islanders, so King Friday is there. Right now, King Friday is David Castle, Travis Stroney, and they have $150 in cap space. That could potentially be a very good team.
If you're just talking, yeah, I mean, I guess you could see it. They have 2 players and a lot of cash. But yes, they potentially have a really good team.
I mean, Stroney had a rough year pitching last year. People said he might have hurt his elbow or something like that. I think he's probably worn out. I don't think he's actually hurt, but
I think he's got a girlfriend now, so I don't think the arm's going to be an issue anymore.
I see what you did there. I like it. And Castle can pitch when he wants to. Sometimes he can, but I mean, both of them can hit pretty well. So it has to make it a good team for that money. So I think Garcia looks pretty strong. And we'll be back with you next week for Ringler, right? I don't have much else to say about anything at this point. Although Castle has a lot of trade offers out with everybody over every sort of thing. He's trading in town, he's trading out Stroney. So who knows what King Friday is going to end up looking like. Money's on these stands, Pat. And we'll be back next week with Ringler to join me and the Cias and Mike Villarreal and the Aces. And Mike Bailey's also on my team. So that's next week in Ringler.